Hey, welcome everybody. I think that worked. I might have something that's messing things up a little bit today. If so, I can switch back to my old scene. Welcome everybody. Thanks for coming out. Bestball on call. Fantasy Dog. Candyman. Thad on real time. Dirty P. JT. Welcome everybody. And Victor. I Yeah, the sizing's a little different on the chat right now. I've been playing with this the last day or two, and if anybody has Twitter, has me on X, if you could, hey, I've been talking with my mic off, so we're off to a good start, right? Uh, yeah, so I've been playing with the setup a little bit. If anybody has me on X, see if no, I just had my mic off. But thank you for pointing it out. I will. That will not be the only time I look like an idiot on stream. I promise. Uh, so let me resize this as well. Been playing with this quite a bit today. There we go. That should work. Oh, it didn't actually send it to both, did it? Cannot toggle dual output. Okay, sweet. Is the X version sideways? Like the screen sideways? Because I try to set it up that way, and I appreciate you looking. But anyway, we're here. We're going to draft some eliminators. We are ready to go. I like Derrick Henry a lot in Eliminator. And why do I like Derrick Henry a lot? Does it look the same? So is it okay? I guess I will have to play around with that. Like do you turn your phone like if you turn your phone sideways, or is it all like jumbled up? Okay, it looks the same, but you just turn your phone sideways, and that way you have the full same exact view, I assume. Because that's what I try to set up. I wanted to make sure that that works. I appreciate you guys helping out. And we are about to actually do something. All right, sweet. Yeah, so Derrick Henry last year, we will go over him real quick. For Eliminator, like, you look at all of these huge games early in the season. Like, yeah, KC's defense was awesome. Week one, really hard to tell what's going to happen. 10 points, one of his worst weeks. He still got a touchdown, but, like, you want some consistency? How about 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1 on touchdowns? The first 11 weeks in a row, he got a touchdown with 4 multiple touchdown games. And that is something I personally am into for Eliminator. Did he tail, like, yeah, you think maybe he tailed off at the end of the season? Well, now he had a 4 game stretch. He didn't get a lot of yards or a lot of touchdowns, but he had 140, 180 yards in 2 of those games and 111 in this one. So, but what I really like him for Eliminator. I'm not sure what the rest of you think, but anyway, we are going to queue up for a 10-second Eliminator, and we are queuing up in 10 seconds. Yeah, and if you think the sizing of my stuff is a little off, say something. I've been playing with the settings, and I'm just trying to figure out what works. Apparently, you guys filled a room because I have 11 more to start. So it looks like the chat got put into a room together. What's up, Al Boogie? King Henry and Eliminator seems pretty good to me. If you don't have two running back you can count on early by round 6, it starts to get scary. It really does. Yeah, so we are 11 more to start in a 30-second eliminator. We will sit here for a few minutes, see what happens. If nothing else, I'm assuming everybody else got into a room. Okay, that needs changed. Let me do this. Why is that actually? So, what? But I appreciate Hartman and Anthony here for doing that for me. And sorry if I'm kind of all over the place today. That looks like it'll work for now. Review your Eliminator teams. I drafted the winner already. Oh, did you? Yeah, that Eliminator was really good. Too much work. Can't sneak into a draft. You hate to see it. Yeah, we will. We're actually going to go ahead and back out of this 30-second Eliminator. And we will try the 20-second lobby. See what's going on there. Only 4 more to start in the 20-second. So we'll do that. And if anybody wants to join, you are more than welcome. Needs smaller scaling. Is this better? There we go. That might work. Chat on screen is too big. Got it. Does that seem to fix it? And it's not bringing up the one on X. So it's probably way too big over there. It's not letting me look at it for some reason. All right. All right, good. Sweet. The size is good for this guy. You guys in here, all about size. That's how it is, huh? All you care about is the size. Chat on screen is too big. So, for those of you who do not know, this week at, I believe it's 8:30 Central. It's 7 or 8:30 Central. I will be playing against Sean Mitchell on the Bestball Jeopardy over on Fanspeak Network. Should be a really good time. Should be fun. I don't know how I'll do, but I'm going to enjoy it. And hopefully, all of you guys can come root against me, yell at me, tell me how much I don't know. That'd be great. All right. Good deal. King Henry is a top 5 back in a top 3 offense. Running backs are king. Still waiting on 3 for a 20-second eliminator. And after this, I'm definitely going to do a puppy or 2. I don't know how many I want to do. It is definitely doing exactly what I expected, and its fill rate is exploding. So I don't know how to see that. I am using Streamlabs. It looks like, hold on. Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs. So thank you for showing up, James Young. Words are a little too stretched when you pull them up. Yeah, I still have the... the old setup. I think that might work. I think that looks a little better, actually. So, sorry for struggling through this. Why do you ask? Are you a Streamlabs pro, Hartman? Because if so, I'm lost. Now I I'm hoping I don't have to. I couldn't turn a certain sound off, and it's way too loud. Like it's absolutely too loud for new subscribers. And I tried to just shut it off completely, and it doesn't seem like it's working. So there we go. I just shut it off, but I can. But I have that set up. I just have to figure out how to get the sound right. But anyway, we'll actually talk about football a little bit. So with Eliminator, I just started with the streaming a few days ago. I did find a good widget for pulling up comments, though. I'll hit you up. Uh, I mean, it depends. You got to use a live chat overlay, right? Um, I I finally went to the paid version of this, so I'll have it all lined out by the end of the week. Um, the widgets weren't working for whatever reason, so I had to download a browser source. All right, sweet. Still waiting on one person. 20-second eliminator. Um, so I haven't been able to draft this week a whole lot yet. I've heard that some ADPs are finally starting to move, like Terry McLaurin supposedly moving up a little bit. Travis Hunter is falling down a little bit. And yeah, just some other things, right? Like DJ Moore, as I expected, is supposedly stabilizing. All right, we got Dirty P with the 101. Al Bugs at the 3. I have the 4. Skit Scat here at the 12. Love that. That's a great name. That's a great name right there. Skit Scat. Sweet. Yeah, and JMO up a little bit. I just did not understand why JMO was falling into the middle of the pit over and over again. Like I didn't get it. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I got a couple shares there. I feel pretty good about it. So yeah, and because I've been working a lot, I didn't have time to set up the overlay yet, or the best ball overlay. I'm going to take the time tomorrow morning and set all that up. Whoa, just read rule proposed by Detroit. They want to reseed when reaching second round in playoffs, so bad teams aren't rewarded. What do you mean? I guess I'll have to see that in writing. Reseed when reaching second round in the playoffs. Well, I just think that I've said this forever. Just because you're the best team in a division doesn't mean you should get like you shouldn't get a playoff game for being the best of 4 teams. Like you shouldn't get a home game then. Guaranteeing a division winner a actual playoff spot is perfectly fine. But moving those people, like forcing them to have a home game, feels really bad. Oh, yeah, because you couldn't tell. I mean, they already reseed a little bit, right? Like a division winner, 4th seed can be lower than a wild card. Yeah. I mean, that's the way, in my opinion, that's how it should have been this entire time. Like, I don't think an 8-9 team or a 9-8 team should have a home game when a 13-4 team has to go to them. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You're like, to me, that has never made sense. I've always disliked it. Uh, but it would be really chaotic for best ball playoffs for sure. So if you won your 8-9 division, it'll be reseeded to play one of the higher seeds. Yeah, like you basically remove the automatic home game for division winners, um, but you still guarantee the division winners a playoff spot. Like that's what I've believed like forever. I would love that. I personally would love that. Just missed joining you. If you do a second eliminator, sweet. We might do a second eliminator. We might do a puppy. I don't know. I'll almost definitely do a second draft. And if you're just popping in, smash the like for me. It helps out a lot. And the stream got off to a slow start today because I'm playing with new toys. Division winners should have home games over wildcard teams. I 100% disagree with that. I've never thought that. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Well, number one, there's too many divisions in the league to do that. Like, over half of the teams get a home game, right? So we have what? 7 teams per conference in like that go to the playoffs, and 5 of those teams are guaranteed a home game, or 4 of those teams are guaranteed a home game. I've said this forever. Like I said this when Kansas City was winning 2 games and getting Eric Fisher in the first round. Like when we had Tyler Thigpen at quarterback and old Brody Croyle. Like it's just been how I felt. Yeah, exactly. Al Boogie's saying it exactly right. Like you shouldn't, if you win a division that's bad at 9-8, and everybody else is 8-9, like you won probably a portion of your games versus bad teams, and you shouldn't get a boost. Like I will never be on that, and I could be like, it's not, nobody's right or wrong in this. It's just all opinion, right? I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take Rashee Rice. Spread out my buys a little bit. Got 1 running back here, and we got Justin Jefferson, Rashee Rice. Like, I like getting 2 anchor wide receivers with a running back in the first 3. Like, I also really like the elite quarterbacks. But if you get these 2 anchors, you can then pound these middle running backs. Take 4 of them by like round 8 and still feel like you have a high floor for wide receiver. I don't know if this is the right call, but that is something I like to do. If you best up on a bad division, you shouldn't either beat, yeah. Men as wildcard last year had to play Rams. Right, and they were either going to Rams or getting the 1 seed. Like, based on a week 18 game, they were getting the 1 seed or playing at the Rams. Like, what is that? How does that make any sense on any level for anybody? Or I guess that was week 17 that happened. Right, yeah. And every year there's one division that it happens for. And what's great about this rule, as Al Boogie, he didn't really say, and welcome Sladen, by the way. Sorry I missed you. But Al Boogie said the Lions proposed it, which the Lions weren't the ones hurt by it, right? The Lions were actually, it was the Lions division, quote, rival that was hurt by it. So the fact that they're the ones stepping up and saying, hey, this is some BS, that should, like, in my mind, that should have some weight. I mean, the way I would do the playoffs is completely different and way more chaotic. And do you want to hear my incredibly chaotic way to do postseason matchups? Because this is what I'm for. How about you just win your division? I mean, there's 8 divisions. There's 32 teams. That's 25% of the teams in the league that all you have to do is beat 3 other teams, no matter how good they are. I will never agree with that. Like, you have to win your division. I personally think that the 1 seed, so like the 1 seed, sure, you get a bye, whatever. But I believe that the 1 seed in each conference should be forced to choose their opponent. And if they choose the second best team that's available, that team just doesn't get a home game. Like, create hatred and rivalries. Let's do it. Let's bring it back. That's what I want. I don't love... I'm going to go ahead and take Sutton because it allows for Bo Nix over him, over Zay Flowers. So through 5, I got Bucky Irving, Chuba Hubbard, Jefferson, Rashee Rice, Cortland Sutton. I mean, it's all an opinion thing, right? Like, I would be okay with division winners getting a home game if there were 4 divisions. You know, like, that leads a team with losing records getting home games in certain years. That just doesn't seem right. Absolutely. We've had it twice. I will never agree with that. But, like, I think you should just take another step up and do what I want to do. And that's last year, the Eagles, because the Vikings had the second best schedule or win rate, they just get to choose who their opponent is. So they basically got to call another team out and be like, we're better than you. And that would be great because pretty often the team that you chose is going to, come out and beat you. What actually has? Yeah, are the owners' meetings going on right now? Because I've kind of been away for 3 days. I've not had time to do anything else, or actually 4 days. So I'm kind of out of the loop at the moment. Yeah, 2 of those teams won, but would they have won if it was a neutral field? We'll never know, right? Like, a home field is an actual advantage. So, like, especially when one of them was Seattle, right? Or no, it was this. I think a West Coast team had to go over to was it? Yeah, it was Seattle. The team had to go to Seattle because that was the Beastquake run, I believe. Is Tush Push where just? Oh, they call it the snowplow in Buffalo. Tush Push gone. Yeah, if Tush Push is gone, I will finally feel bad about not having a lot of Saquon. All right. I mean, I could sure up my wide receivers here. I like a lot of those running backs. I'd be fine with any of them coming back around. I feel good with Bucky and Chuba, honestly. This gives me a floor of 3 really, like, even through bye weeks, I have very solid receivers. And I like the running backs at the end of the draft a lot more. And it's not like if I get to week 9, and I'm a little thin because I don't have a great guy for bye week coverage, I'm fine. Yeah, I was saying, okay, it was that game, right? And that was the Beastquake run. Yeah. Oh, okay. Then the Panthers won. Yeah. Was that a Cam Newton year? I can't. I knew it happened twice. I couldn't remember what the other team was, but I just think divisions are too thin. Um. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take DeAndre Swift here. I don't love it. Like, I think DeAndre Swift's kind of thin right now. I still think they're live to make a trade or do something. So, or bring in Dobbin or Chubb or something. But most of the players that are available that the Bears could bring in, unless they trade for somebody, aren't players that are going to replace the receiving role. And DeAndre Swift, at minimum, will lose some work, but he'll still be there for the receiving game, in my opinion. If it's banned, people will just come up with a new reason to avoid Saquon. I mean, most likely. Beastquake took out the Saints, and Peyton Manning got beat by Rex Grossman to win his first. Yeah. Yeah, the Saints were really good that year, right? Super steamed at Feisty Whale for the Pearsall click. Yeah, yeah, you've been taking quite a bit of Pearsall. I like Pearsall quite a bit too. I wouldn't have taken him on this team, but I do really like him as a pick. Crazy Heater ran back the opener. Yeah, and then they like yeah, that was I watched that game with the Bears fan and a Colts fan. It was great. Not having a lot of Saquon. Tell me you hate money without telling me you hate money. Says on real time. I I just think that the variance is going to be hard to hit again. Number one, I much prefer Bijan to Saquon. Um, Number two, I still prefer the wide receivers in the first round that go before him or around him with Chase Jefferson and CD. And I'm honestly kind of close to preferring Puka over him. Honestly, like I know most people won't agree with that, and I don't ever take Puka ahead of him. But all right, so we could take. We're just gonna. Oh man, I messed that up. Well, we got Jalen Warren. Got double by week 5. Not great. Definitely not what I was wanting to do. I should have probably queued up Jordan Mason instead. That's on me. I'll take Fields if he comes back around. I'm sure he won't, but we could go with Scatabo and kind of finish up running back. All right, guess I will take Fields. Yeah, I love Justin Fields in Eliminator myself. Like people hate on Saquon be, right now, but like he's probably worth the 102 if Tush Push is banned, maybe even the 101. And Hurts would Hurts would probably fall down to like unreasonably he would fall down to like the 5-6 turn, I would think. Ready to fight over that one? Which one? Like I guess I'm confused. Najee before Caleb is interesting. Um, I don't hate that. Like he's going to have a role for sure. I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but for Eliminator specifically, Najee is a better click. It looked like I got that in. Oh, on the Fields thing, I thought I did as well. I'd rather have rough early bye weeks because it's way more likely the rest of my team is healthy. Yeah, that's actually a good way to look at it too. And like week 5, you have a better chance to play against a weaker team as well, right? So yeah, and the tush push, like I don't think like I think Hurts would fall to the 5-6 turn, but I would be smashing. Like I don't have a lot of him now, but if he falls middle like to the second half of the 5th round, like I don't think it honestly affects him myself. All right, we got Fields. We could just tack on Herbert. We could. Yeah, we're just going to tack on Herbert. I'm not super worried about stacking in this format. Herbert will get me through a week 9 bye. Justin Fields, if he's bad, like this team's maybe not great. Are you entered in the? I'm not gonna do very many BBMs, so I doubt I'm in there, and I'm not a real I'm not a real streamer yet. I know this. The one where you pick 6 DFS. No, I didn't apply for it. I'm only gonna do like 20, maybe 25 BBMs at the most. I'm gonna actually focus more on the better structured stuff. I have 5 BBMs. We've went like I feel pretty good about all 5 I have. I have Rashee Rice in 3 of them, so feels good to me. All right, we need. Which one of these do I want? Yeah, I think I like Tucker Craft here. I don't know why his ADP is 132, but I'll take him. Whatever. This is Eliminator. If none of these tight ends between Tucker Craft, Ferguson, Kincaid, Warren make it back, like I definitely don't like the next tier as much. So taking Craft there to me makes sense. Welcome, Bindles. Looking forward to your new show tonight. For those who are not, is that going to be on your channel or is that going to be on Fantasy Football Garage's channel, who was in here earlier? Bindles. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of thought to that too. Like you can try to push your buys to the end and just hope that you can, play somebody who's got injured players or whatever at the end, and you try to have as many players available for the first 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and play it a little bit more like a cash game. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to build teams I believe are solid all the way through. Like week 5 here, DeAndre Swift and Warren are on bye. Bucky and Chuba have to do something. I'm probably still going to go six running backs on this team. My wide receivers, I have 4 solid wide receivers. So I don't think I'm going to need, like, I obviously need to get 7, right? And all the bye weeks are different. But I think I can get away without 8 of those. So we could take Tajay Spears. I really do like Tajay Spears. Or we could take Ray Day. On this team, I think Spears is the click. I only have one other. I mean, I guess I don't have anybody else with the week 7 bye. Jack Bech and Kyle Williams at 150. Is this 140? Yeah, 140. I know rookies should be a little cheaper in this, but those actually feel very solid. Al Boogie knows ball, taking Ray Davis. Welcome, Omega King. Is there for anybody who has X open, is there a chat on there? And if you're typing in it, like, can you type something to see if I can actually see it? Because I think it's broke. Hold on. Oh, it's not linked yet. Okay, it is not linked. That's my bad. Here you go. Okay, that was from X. So I'll have to add the widget here. I can't bring up those comments yet from X. I will have to do that later. I mean, I'm okay with what Kyle Pitts, or can't do Pitts because of the bye week thing. I'll take Kincaid here. Tucker Kraft, Dalton Kincaid. Like, the goal here is to be solid at wide receiver with those four. And my quarterbacks, I'm definitely going to stop at 2, I believe. I have some rushing upside. And honestly, Herbert has a little bit of rushing upside. People don't talk about it. Drafting Barkley at the 101 is no different than drafting McCaffrey at one of those years. There is a difference, and that is that Jalen Hurts has never thrown the ball to running backs. And CMC got to that point because he catches the ball so much. Now, Saquon, coming out of college, had the rushing or the receiving profile, and he's capable. I know he had 2 bad drops throughout I think it was 2 of them, like because he had that one that lost him that Monday night game, and he had another one at a pretty pivotal point at some point this season. But just over Jalen Hurts' career so far, he has not really thrown the ball to running backs, right? So that is the biggest reason that I have Bijan and Gibbs over Saquon Barkley, because part of that ceiling, in my opinion, is gone. And even if the tush push is banned, and I kind of got sidetracked earlier, if the tush push is banned, it's not like the guy who squats 600 pounds needs the other guy pushing on him to be successful making a quarterback sneak. You know, like, I refuse to believe that. I mean, do I want Braylon here? Rico? I think I'll just take QJ. 165. It's a stack. Not that I really care about the stack. I'm going to add another running back. I'm not sure who it's going to be. I'm not sure if I want to do it yet. So the team right now is a 2-5-5-2. We got Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, Bucky Irving, Chuba, DeAndre Swift, Jalen Warren, Tajay Spears. Wide receivers, Jefferson, Rashee Rice, Cortland Sutton, Jacoby Myers, Quentin Johnston, and tight ends Tucker, Kraft, Dalton Kincaid. Definitely need a third tight end. Thank you, disbanded. So, yes, I can see that, but I cannot. I'll have to set that widget up later for sure. I appreciate you going over there, Anthony. Eventually, it'll be a well-oiled machine. Right now, we're running on some broken parts, waiting for the order to come in to fix the machines. All right, do I want Braylon Allen here? I think I just want Bretton Strange. All 3 early buys on my tight ends, but Bretton Strange, Dalton Kincaid, Tucker Kraft, that should be able to cobble together 8 to 10 points every week, maybe a couple spike weeks here and there. But I'm looking for floor mostly at tight end, like making sure I don't get a 0. Maybe that's the wrong way to look at it in this. So let's look at what some people are doing. Dirty P at the one hole, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Lamar Jackson, George Kittle. What's Cincinnati's bye week? Um, so then he went Kamara, Diggs, Judkins, Mason. That's very solid. Kamara, Judkins, Mason. That feels really good. Luther Burden, Rashid Shaheed, Ramondre, Bryce Young, Cedric Tillman, Dowdle, Jawan Johnson. Dowdle, Dobbins were the two picks that if they came back, I was very interested in. And same with Zach Ertz. The great thing with the Eliminator is that no one really knows the optimal strategy. Exactly. Like, it's brand new. And tomorrow, I'm going, like, I know there's probably an Eliminator heat chart out there somewhere. I'm going to find it tonight. If anybody has one, let me know. I was making one, but I did a lot of work. I didn't have the time to finish it up. If I can't find one I like, I'm going to go ahead and just copy it all down. I was halfway through it before, and then I was going to try to figure out, like, the dome game stuff, who's where and all that, kind of highlight those. But I'm sure it's been out, schedule's been out like 5 days. I'm sure that something like that already exists for free. Like, looking at the early games, to me, like, I know Buffalo plays Baltimore really early. Um, I honestly really want DJ Giddens, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take Pat Bryant, another, like, that's two Denver wide receivers. I mean, oddly, I have a Week 17 stack, which I'm not planning on doing. Um, but I think that these are the two red zone. I believe that the Broncos offense will be decent this year. I personally believe that they're going to be, by midseason, Sutton and Bryant will be the number one and number two receiving threats in the red zone. I think that Pat Bryant is going to do what people were, like, assuming Evan Ingram was going to do a little better. And, like, for red zone stuff, like, Ingram will be really good as a play. Like, don't get me wrong, but I think Pat Bryant will be a little better in the red zone. What's your drafting plan for Eliminator in terms of pace and when I hope to be done? I was actually going to look through that tomorrow. So yeah, we will go ahead and take Giddens. So I think it's what, like 5% filled? Yeah, 5.6% filled. I've got 15 of them done. I figure if I do 10 a week, right, that kind of gets me there. And then some week I do a bunch of them, like kind of do an eliminator a day. Maybe, like something like that. Every once in a while, do two here and there. That'll also help diversify the portfolio, because if you're doing drafts every day or in every time box instead of shotgunning a bunch of them, it will help you naturally diversify, because you're going to get more information, and every time when you hear things, you're going to go through pockets of, I like this player a little more, I don't like this player as much. So having, like, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so 1 to 2 a day. Like, I'll probably have a day or two where I sit down and do drafts for like 12 hours straight, like just by myself. But I don't know. 106 days, so I'll close on 1 to 2 days work. That makes sense. Last year I was doing best ball that only puppy 3 was left. So it's first season you had all year. So like the puppy on the other hand, like, you gotta, like, if you want to get it done, you gotta go do it. So I love that Deontay Johnson isn't listed on the Bear, or isn't listed on a team, although he is on the Browns. And I kind of like him as a pick. So no, Quentin Johnston is also that bye week. Yeah, we'll do Deontay. I wouldn't have taken. I wasn't paying attention to my bye weeks enough. I didn't realize Quentin Johnston and Sutton were the same bye week. So, and I actually don't remember what bye week we. Okay, so it's not the Browns here. So if Deontay Johnson keeps his job, I have 4 guys for week 12. But if I get to week 12, I'm already making money. I'll feel a little bad that I messed this up, but wouldn't be dead. I'd still have JJ, Jacoby, and Rashee Rice. Yeah, Deontay, especially an eliminator, I feel like he's going to be fine. Like, I personally think he's going to be fine. If Joe Flacco's there, I think all those options will be really good. All right. Take a vote in the chat. Do we want to do an eliminator? Do we want to do a puppy? What do you guys want? First to 3 wins. And we will try 30-second for whichever one. 1 vote for eliminator. And your vote only counts once. Not only vaporware. Everybody's vote only counts once. Nice try though. Nice try. I mean, I guess there's only 13 viewers, so getting that many people to chat is probably going to be rough. So the fill rate for the puppy's already 63%. So if you want to max the puppy, and you're like me and you have 55 of them done, you would have to do like 8 a day or something to max it, right? I'm just kind of doing puppies here and there. That's what I plan on doing. So I'm wanting to get to 75 to 80 or something. Maybe if I get to 100, I get to 100. The Schnauzer, I'm waiting until it's 90-some% full, and then I'm going to 11 max on slows. Well ahead of the curve on the puppy. Just a minute to map out some stuff. Well, since we will check the eliminator and see where it's at. If the 30-second one is still way away, we will then go to a puppy. So I am checking the 30-second eliminator right now. And it's still 11 to start. So I'm going to back out, and then I'm going to go to a puppy. Sorry, vaporware. Tomorrow, I would probably be up for doing another eliminator. I really like eliminators, and I'm going to do a little more research tomorrow as well on it. So a 30-second puppy in 10 seconds. I tried for you. The first one we done was a 20-second because the lobby was 11 still. So we got 9 more to start here. Seems like everybody seems busy today. Got waiting on 9. So I have yard work I have not been doing. I have a part of a tree I got to go cut up at some point. I'm hoping it doesn't get pour down rain. It's almost dry enough to do it right now. And then it's supposed to rain the next 2 days, so probably not going to be able to do it again. Yeah, so waiting on 8. We are in a 30-second puppy. I will go to the Pound Discord and say something. All right. So hopefully that fills pretty quick. Yeah, I messed with some overlay, like some stuff. Like I said, hopefully Tomorrow I'm gonna mess with the Eliminator stuff, and I'm also gonna mess with uh, getting guests on the stream. It's a little different. Like StreamYard has it all set up for you to like just plug and play, kinda. You have to kind of manually do all that on here, so I'll get it done. It will just take a little bit of time. It is a 30-second puppy. Peace, Vapor. Thanks for showing up. And tomorrow we'll do an eliminator if you're here when we start, or later, either one. Um, I also don't want to do as many eliminators at the moment because I haven't fully done all of my research that I want to do for it. So, I mean, at this point, I was just like stacking bye weeks and trying to build solid. I think Bijan and Saquon, like in Eliminator, I think Saquon is a great pick. Like more so than in the BBM to me. Like I think running back, like Saquon's going to be healthy at the beginning of the season, right? Just like Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry's never really ever been hurt, right? So there is that. But for Saquon, like he's had injury history, and yes, their offensive line is awesome, but that injury history to me and the lack of Jalen Hurts throwing the ball to his running backs, to me, like makes it hard to want Saquon as my one-on-one running back. And I'm on an island. I know some people think I hate money because I'm not in on it. And when I do draft Saquon though, because I'm not fading him completely. I'm not masochistic about it. But when I do take a Barkley team, implied odds of tush push ban are compelling for the next few weeks. What are they? So one more 30-second puppy, then we can get started. Yeah, but as far as Saquon and the regular style tournaments like the puppy, the strategy I'm using is when I take Saquon, I'm just going to either take him and then not take another running back until like round 10 or 11 and go super deep hero running back, or I'm going to go hyper fragile with him. I'm going to play it as if he is going to be the guy, like if he's the guy you needed, I want my teams to be like those extreme builds. I'm not gonna want the ones that like have Mixon and Chuba in it. Like if I was heavy on him, I would totally be for that. Or be doing that. Like I'm doing that with Bijan and with Gibbs some. But because I'm gonna be 2 or 3% on Saquon, I'm gonna go either extreme hero RB or hyper fragile with him, assuming that if he's crushing me, my teams are very strong that have him on it. Now's the time to take more Saquon and less Hurts. Yeah, I could see that. If the tush push is banned, I'm okay taking Saquon at the 101. I honestly don't think it's going to happen. They need 9 owners to vote. All they need is 9 owners to vote that it stays for it to stay. Wish TP were banned. Pretty sure Chris Jones got his neck wrecked attempting to stop it in the Super Bowl. I mean, a lot of people don't like it. But, like, you're still going to have the quarterback sneak as a whole. And it's the same play. It just got popular because they started pushing people. Like, and it was successful. Like, and it's probably a coaching thing more than anything. All right, so we got Thad at the 3, Sladen at the 4, Coolers at the 6. Is this Dale? in the 9. I believe that's Dale. Um, me at the 10 hole. And that's all I know. I'm the cream filling of the ORTFK Cooler Sandwich. Mmm. Gotta love it. Nothing like a little cream filling. Joe Johnny John. Underdog 1016. I'm guessing that this user tried like 4 names and it said that all of them were used. And then he just hit recommend or something. I don't know if recommend's an option. Um, which one do I want? I personally like Nico more. I don't think I have as much as I want of him. Uh, but I like all 3 of those players very similarly. Too bad the jerk at the 103 knows ball. I don't like that this push is one-sided. Defenses can't push people backwards, but offenses can push forward. Right, in the middle of the line, yeah. But I mean, that's what good coaching is. You find an edge and you push that edge. And I hate to say it because no one is less likable than the Eagles head coach, right? Like, who is less likable than the Eagles head coach? Name me one person that's less likable than Nick Sirianni in the NFL. Like, I would take Greg Roman over Nick Sirianni. Why not human vaults on field goal block again? Yeah. Nico's full dome playoff schedule is a good tiebreaker. It really is. That's a good point. Yep. Yeah, no. Nico, and like we seen what happened in this game in the playoffs. And honestly, like my love for Lad also leans me towards wanting Nico. I know it's going to be chalk, but sometimes chalk is what you need, right? Like, I heard, who was it I was listening to on the way to work today? They were saying that Lad, or that the Texans defense is, it was off the Schneid at on the way home from work, and it makes a lot of sense. Like, the Texans are really good on defense, but kind of weak against the slot receiver. And so he was wanting to target Bowers as a slot receiver, essentially, on some Nico stacks, because I believe they play week 16. Let me go back to that. So, the Raiders, yeah, week 16 they play. And then let's look at the full dome schedule here. When's their bye week? Because I have it sorted by bye. It's all the way up here. So Arizona at home versus Vegas, and then at Chargers. Yep, all domes. And those are actually, like, Arizona and Vegas are probably awesome matchups too. Like, those are probably very strong matchups. Like, looks pretty good for Joe Mixon, right? Looks pretty good for Jaden Higgins. Going for 4 in a row with the 101. Well, good luck, sir. I wish you, as long as you want all the 101s. I like my 101s, but I wouldn't want to be stuck down there. I honestly prefer the back half of the board. Like you get two, especially 11 and 12 hole. Like you get two studs. Like I think that all the way to like the 8, pretty much all studs. Like all of this, always all studs. But the back end, like you have a chance to get Rashee Rice in like non-stream rooms. The elite quarterbacks go here if you want to go that route. Brees Hall is always available down here anymore. Like, there's just so many good picks down in this area. Xavier Worthy's fine. Like, and it's all the way to pick 39. Like, the picks are awesome. So, you kind of get 4 players. And it feels like it dries up a little bit in the middle of the 4th. But that might be changing because apparently Travis Hunter and Amari at Hampton are sliding a little. I've not witnessed it. I've just heard that that's happening. I mean, I would love for Amari and Hampton to fall a couple rounds. Or to fall a half a round. It makes sense if he would fall a little bit because of the Week 17 matchup. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take Devontae. Take Nico, Ladd, Devontae. 3 good teams, good players. Love it. I'll take Brees Hall if he comes back. If not, I'll just smash one of the elite quarterbacks. I'm fine with either one. Like, the running backs that come back around at 58, like, usually one of Harvey, Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, Chuba Hubbard. Like, I'm fine with all of those guys. Like, all of those picks are great. I'm even okay bringing up James Conner, or, like, if I needed to or felt like it. David Montgomery, I know he goes a little later now, but I don't think it's a bad pick at all. And I do think that Brees Hall is going to stabilize on this side with the week. Like, people overreacting a little bit to the Week 17 matchup. We will take Brees Hall, absolutely. Through 4 rounds, Brees Hall, Nico Collins, Ladd McConkey, Devontae Adams. One of us here likes this start, and that one guy is me. Got Slayton, Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving. Man, Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, JJ. I had a this exact start once, and I went hyper fragile. I went round 4 and 5 running back as well, because Brees Hall fell to 45, and then Joe Mixon was at 52, and I'm like, well, like, I feel like Brees should be a 3rd round pick, and I feel like Mixon should be a 4th round pick, and their bye weeks don't overlap at all, I don't think. Because Brees is 9, Nico is 6, and Bucky, I guess Bucky is 9 as well, isn't he? Yeah. This was before the buys came out, actually. So, what is that? Okay, that was an icon that showed up. It kind of looked like a new symbol. Yeah, but thank you for looking at the Twitter machine and making sure that that was set up and worked out. I will definitely figure out how to bring up their comments tonight. I was just wanting to make sure I had it set up right. It looks like I have a few people over there, because my YouTube is showing 13 viewers, and then the total viewers is 45. So maybe it's a good thing. And if you like the content and you are on the Twitter machine, you can go follow me at WhoHames on YouTube. Help me out. Give me a sub. It'd be great. And if you have not yet, and you're on the YouTube side, smash the like button for me. All right. So we got Coolers in the 6th spot. He's got Puka, Devon Achane, Chase Brown, Tet McMillan. I hope Tet and Travis Hunter start being in the middle, like in this part of the draft. If having them at the up here with Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, like I was taking them, but it was forcing me to take less Breece Hall and James Cook and elite quarterbacks. I would like to be able to mix those guys in and still get a little bit of Tet and Travis Hunter. Maybe I'm greedy. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just greedy. I think that's where we're at. I think I'm greedy. So the one hole, Jamar Chase, Trey McBride, got the game stack with Joe Burrow, pulled up Rashee Rice, Aaron Finn W. Got the red badge, drafting like he knows what he's doing. Probably because he knows what he's doing, right? And I do think this is Dale. I never did write down his username. He's drafted a couple times with me. He's usually in the chat, though. Yeah, so at this point, I'm almost guaranteed to get one of the running backs I like back. Yeah, I mean, the first time the tush push was being rumored to be banned, like Jalen Hurts was moving down, like over here. Sometimes I'm hoping that happens because I will load up. Hey, thanks for stopping back by, Jack. We are doing things, a lot of things, nothing at a high level. That's what's going on here. Having a good time, chilling. So I definitely want one of these running backs over. I have a lot of Chuba. I'm going to go ahead and take Kenneth Walker this time. I love Kenneth Walker. Everything about Seattle, what they've done in the offseason. I think they should have addressed their offensive line a little more myself. Apparently my chat's disconnecting and reconnecting. But Kenneth Walker is the player on that team I personally like the most for fantasy. All the offseason moves have said we want to run the ball. We want to focus on running the ball. And I don't think that I'm scared of Sam Darnold and that offensive line. Like, I'm just going to be honest. Like, I'm pretty scared of that situation. I could be wrong. I've been wrong several times before. So, I think I'm okay just taking Rome here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and snag a Rome Odunze share. He stopped sliding down. I was waiting for him to stop sliding down before I started clicking him again. I think he's kind of at the floor of where he's going to go, although Slayton just got DJ Moore at 52. What is this? Jefferson, Taylor, Bucky, DK Metcalf, DJ Moore. I know Thad isn't a huge DJ Moore fan. But Pickens and Harvey over DJ Moore, like, I mean, if anybody's okay with 0% a player, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to actually diversify your portfolio a little bit, taking a player who's fallen 10 plus spots that you don't usually take in a situation your team can take that player, that's when you want to take him so you don't have to take him early, right? My draft position distribution is way out of whack. I'm drawing very few back end slots. I was like that on DraftKings. I did 80 pre-draft DraftKings drafts. I ended with 19% Bijan and like 15% Justin Jefferson. Like, and pretty much zero of the middle guys. Like, I didn't get very much like Jameer Gibbs or CD Lamb because I wasn't getting picks 6, 7, 8 at all. I was only like I ended up pulling up those players a couple times, but I was very heavy on that. I think I'd done like 14 drafts before I got a pick after 105 or something like that. And just, but I wasn't getting the 101 either. It was literally just 2, 3, 4, 5 over and over again. So if that's the build you need, I might have one. Dirty P be like my steak is too juicy and my lobster is too buttery. So going back to the Seattle thing, so Kenneth Walker is the one I like the most on that offense. And I was completely out on their offense pretty much. Like, I would take some Kenneth Walker. JSN still goes like 10 spots too high for me. I just, like, I personally think that Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, Tyreek Hill, Harrison, Rashee Rice, Higgins, Garrett Wilson, all should be before JSN. That's just my take. I do try to mix him in. I don't do a good job of it, but I do try. But whenever Seattle drew week 17 Carolina, go look at what Carolina done last year on defense. How awful they were against the run. If I remember right, and I will look it up after my next two picks, we will go to Pro Football Focus. I believe they gave up 2,500 yards on the ground, which is an insane amount. We will look it up. And yes, it's a new team, a new year. They made a couple additions on defense, and they spent a lot of draft capital on defense. But a lot of those guys are rookies, and they didn't land Milton Williams or any of the huge name free agents, right? And then they signed, like, what does maybe Bestball on Call is AFK now? And also, by the way, if you've not, go subscribe to Bestball on Call. Doesn't draft often, but when he does, it's always a good listen. JSN is going to have over 300 more receiving yards and 4 more touchdowns than Rice. Probably not. I would say in a head-to-head, I would take Rashee Rice, but that's just me. Hey, welcome, Fancy Dog. He was number 2 like, but he's back. He's back and hungering for action. All right, so, but yeah, the Week 17 matchup with Kenneth Walker versus that probably improved but not great offense. Yeah, I will absolutely take Tony Pollard there. Like, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, that feels awesome. Bestball on Call says, I'll be doing more as soon as I quit or get fired. Like, those are both options. And you get to decide which one of those is the better option. Back with the vengeance. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and take Darnell Mooney. He's a bring back on Devontae Adams here. So through 8 rounds, we got Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, Nico Collins, Ladd, Devontae, Rome, Mooney, no tight ends, no quarterbacks. I'm cool with Herbert, Stroud. Like, if Caleb, for some reason, fell all the way back, I would take him, but he doesn't really fall that far anymore. So let's go look up 2024 rushing defense rankings. Sorry for all the white guys. It was not my choice. By yards. Okay, I was way off. They gave up 3,000 yards on the ground. Number 2, over more than 600 yards more than number 2. Or than number 31. So, do we think that's going to regress to being middle of the pack? So, like, let's go 600 yards from number 2 and look where that puts us. That put us at 1,800. That puts you at a top 10 rush defense. Like, the difference they were from 31 was the difference from 31 to a top 10 defense. That's how bad their rush defense was. So, if you are fading Kenneth Walker or Charbonnet, like, completely, knowing that they play, and I get it, they're going to be a different defense. It's a different year. Who knows? Their offense will be better, keep teams off the field a little bit more. Like, all that does, but 3,000 yards on the ground. Like, that is ludicrous. I was thinking it's 2,500. I knew there was a 500 in there, and it's because there were 500 more. Yeah, and they took Tet, and then they spent every other pick on defense, right? And they made an addition or two in the offseason. I can't remember what they all are. We can look that up as well. If you are not, you can. I use Walter Football. I like I've just used him forever. Like, he does a pretty good job of following things. Free agency. I haven't been here for a while. There's free agent signings, and then I think there's a by team version somewhere here. I want to make sure to not mess up my picks. I know that they signed some, but like they signed J.C. Horn to that really lucrative deal too. And I'm personally not, like, I don't think that's where they should have spent their money, but I honestly haven't watched enough J.C. Horn to have a real opinion on that. But other Panthers fans were telling me that they thought that way. So I'm gonna default to the actual fans of the team in situations where you're talking about defensive players getting money. Like, if I don't specifically know that player, like that player's game that well. All right, so we got, what do we have coming back? Jordan Mason would be a smash. Could take Mason, could take Ibuka. Ibuka plays Miami. Mason plays there. Could just take, I think I'm going to go ahead and take Jordan Mason. That's a very strong group of running backs. I will add a rookie flyer late to this, but that feels really good with Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, Jordan Mason. That feels very strong. So I'm probably just going to auto pick Herbert here. Maybe. I might push it a little bit. Because I could get Stroud. Where is the Jaden Higgins drafter? He's probably going to go for Dak, if Dak's available. So where's Pickens? Thad might go with... And by the way, if I say Thad, that is on real time. I've known him before he changed his name. I got to know him as that. I've always correlated those two names together. So, on real time, Sorry if I'm giving out your secrets. But I think I just pushed the quarterback again. If Herbert comes back, he comes back. But like, I'll take Igbuka at pick 111. Right? Yeah. Like, I was fully committed to taking Herbert, but Igbuka at 111. Like, I have Nico, Ladd, Devontae Adams, Dunze, Mooney, all to like give him time to get to do something. Like, I have 2 week 5 buys, so if I don't take a seventh, I've only got Nico, Ladd, and Devontae by week 5 or for week 5. But I think I'm okay riding with 6 with this group. Now I might add one in the last round, but I think that this group could definitely ride with 6. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm this is actually where I think his ADP should be. I think it should be 103 to 115 ish, but it's not. It's 93. He fell almost 20 picks. Like, I'm okay with that. Welcome, Chad Candles. Do I not sound as clear today? Okay. Well, thanks for saying something. I've changed scenes, so I've added some stuff. I have the old scene together. I Does it sound better right now? Because I was also sitting back, kind of casually talking, so it might sound better right now. Maybe I was just sitting too far away from the mic. Let me know. I will, after the stream, I will go like record a bunch of little videos, look at them, and see how it sounds, and get that worked out if it's not working correctly now. That on real time, either way, yeah. That the one thing we know is that on real time knows ball. No, it's fine. Nobody else said anything, but uh, it, it's the first time I've used this scene, so okay. Like what? Oh, let me kind of look at it. You say it's the clearness of it? Um, it's not background noise, is it? It's just that it's not as clear. I will have to look at that. Oh, is let me. Yeah, if it's coming from the camera, then it's definitely wrong. Um, hey, did this help at all? Thank you for pointing it out. Yeah, the new scene. I tried to mess with it. It sounded fine. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. It changed. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I am absolutely troubleshooting today. Like, hey, look at this. All these quarterbacks available. I will absolutely take one of these. Both of my stacking guys available. You sound like a late night drive smooth jazz DJ. Like, now or before? Which one? Which one sounds like the DJ? Yeah, the so I downloaded a preset overlay thing, and I tried to copy a bunch of the stuff from mine over. So I ended up not clicking a single button, and that's what happened. So I do appreciate it for sure.
And sorry, I wasn't talking ball for a little bit. Don't yell at me. Brock Purdy here is a fantastic pick, by the way. Like, if there was any, like Brock Purdy at this point is almost stealing. The pick goes out to all the lovers tonight. Okay, so the pick goes out to all the lovers tonight. There on this cold, rainy night. Did I nail it? Was it too cheesy? What was it? Let me know. How bad was it? I don't mind embarrassing myself. I'm just here for a good time. I think the delay is a little longer too. Uh, on the chat for some reason. I feel like my chat delay is like 20 seconds instead of 10. So 7.5. I'll take 7.5. Yeah, we'll just double stack this game. I mean, I don't really have a way to backstack Brock Purdy, right? Yeah, we'll just go all in on that game. Like Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, that's fine. So through 12 rounds, we got Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud. Running backs, Brees Hall, Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, Jordan Mason. Wide receivers, Nico, Ladd, Devontae, Rome, Mooney, Egbuka, and no tight ends. Purdy, Jordan James. I mean, they did sign Demarcus Robinson, right? Demarcus Robinson, Jacob Cowing, like why not? 17th, 18th round, nailed it, right? Just nailed it. So I'm gonna look and see if I can find that uh, free agent tracker by teams. Probably just easier to Google it. Um, why do the big websites always have the absolute worst things to navigate? Like it's always navigated the absolute worst. So, all right. So the Panthers got Trevor Moehrig, Tershawn Wharton. Like he's good. Bobby Brown. I mean that's actually reasonable. That's fairly reasonable. Michael Jackson, Patrick Jones, and Nick Scott. So like they added two interior guys to try to help with the run game. It looks like, and a safety and a linebacker. So I mean, but they were so bad last year. They exist solely to throw as many forced ads on you as possible. Yes, yeah, it really is. Yep, like it's like any they add like 12 pages to a one, something that should be one page. They add like 12 pages to, right? And that's not what I'm doing. Like I don't ever yeah, I don't ever want to be there, right? Like it annoys me so much that you pay like I paid for Hulu Live to watch the NFL because I basically just bought it so I could watch all the NFL games plus have Red Zone. And it drives me nuts that they say ad free and all that, but then they run an auto ad before it. And if if they have like a movies for guys who like movies, if that's still a thing, and they ran Bloodsport because Bloodsport is an awesome movie, and it's hard to not watch it every time it's on. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I have a hard time not just watching Bloodsport every time it's on. Like, that's a side note. We'll go ahead and take Michael Penix here with the Mooney stack. Give me 3 quarterbacks, all late. Like, I feel really good about those 3 quarterbacks, these 6 wide receivers, these running backs. But like, you're paying for no commercials, but when they run the movie that was on TBS or I guess that would be, wasn't TBS. Well, which one was it? Spike? Spike. Yeah, Spike Network was the one. And they would run it as it ran from there. And you couldn't fast forward through it. So what was even worse was like the ESPN games. Like, they would run their own ads. Or it wasn't even the ESPN games. It was like, so like Amazon Prime done this. Like, I was watching Wheel of Time, and they run like limited ads in there, but I mean, I'm paying for the thing, so I don't think I should have any ads. Call me crazy. Like, I'm already giving you money for this. Like, you're also punishing me to give you money. Come on. So, like, if you go do something while the commercial's on, and then the game like starts back up, let's say it was like, because this happened with the Sunday night games or the Thursday night games. The game would start back up, and you would go to rewind it to where the commercial began. But if you rewound it to where the game started back up, it would actually loop and start the ad again. And then now you're not even live anymore. Now you can't even click a go live button to like go live. Or it wouldn't let me do that because it was like so close to being live, it just acted like it was live. And it drove me nuts because then I would hear things on Discord. Like, I would just hear like the pings, and I would know something happened, and then like 4 minutes later it would happen. Like, I'm never buying you again. You guys could go straight to hell next year. We are not going down that road again. If they want an anti-advertisement, they got one. I'm your man. I'm here for the people. Hulu Live was not for me. Yeah, it was. I don't actually know if it was Hulu. I can't remember what it was. It was Hulu. I think it was just Amazon. I think it was just Amazon Prime, honestly, that was doing that. I don't know who was pushing Purdy the most, but eventually I will simply take. If my stacks weren't there, I would have done it, right? Like, my number 1 and 2 receiver stacks was there, or I would have absolutely just taken naked Purdy. Is he still on the board? Okay, yeah, okay. Right, like, if he would have made it back to me, I absolutely would have done that. Like I would have been like, okay. Because I do have Roma Dunze, and Brock Purdy does rush some. Like, is he going to be stealing a lot of goal line touchdowns? Probably not, but he could have a game with 3 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown and start in week 17 versus the Bears, right? Yeah, and did you have a Bear by chance? I mean, it doesn't even matter, right? At, what is it, 40 picks of value on Brock Purdy? Like, that is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Yeah, I'm not going to say specifically, like, it was Hulu. Like, Hulu Live was, some stuff was doing that on there. And then it was also kind of happening with, it's definitely happening with the Thursday night football games. Like, if you left, like, because my buddy smokes, I don't smoke, but I'd grill a lot. And it's like, when the commercials came on, we would walk outside and come back in. And then you used to be able to just pause it and then watch it. And if you would rewind to, like, if it decided that one of the commercial right now, it would show that commercial. And if you were trying to rewind it, it made you rewatch the same commercial on top of it. Like, what is that? I've already watched that. It doesn't even give it doesn't even signify that you watched it. if you go back to watch something that happened before the play, you have to rewatch the entire commercial. Come on. Sorry, I might have went on a tangent there. Um, do we go team correlation or do we go bring back? What do we do? Team correlation or bring back? Team correlation or bring back? We'll take the bring back. That's what we'll do. We'll take the Brees Hall bring back with Hunter Henry, and we might just get K. Dot and 2. Hey, welcome, Jason. I'm kind of in the mood to talk a bunch right now. I might do a third if we can get enough likes. We got 21 likes right now. If you want me to do another video, smash the like. I would like to get to 25. I don't know if I can. If you're on the Twitter machine, hop over to YouTube, smash the like for me. I don't know if we'll be able to get there, but we got a couple rounds. I'll even vamp for a few minutes afterwards. I don't know if anybody else is going live, so I might be the last hope. All right, is Keenan Allen, DeAndre Hopkins? Yeah, we'll go Mason Taylor. I like this team a lot. I don't know what you all think, but I like this team a lot. Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, Michael Penix, Brees Hall, Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, Jordan Mason. I will add a late running back. There is a guy I would really like to add to this team. Nico Collins, Ladd McConkey, Devontae Adams, Roma Dunze, Darnell Mooney, Egbuka, Ertz, Henry, Taylor. Looks like 3-5-7-3. Probably add up to 24 likes already. One more. And we can also do a little vote here. And we'll be draft type. Elim Puppy or weekly winners. Or weekly winners. All right. After this and after my review, and if anybody wants a review within this, I will do that. Just need the one more like, and we can do that. So I added I think the reason my mic wasn't working correctly as well is because I added a new sub thing to pop up whenever somebody subs. But it was playing at the loudest volume it could possibly play at, and I could not get it to turn the sound down. I played with it for 40 minutes. I'm going to have to watch a video or something, figure out how to do that, because I would have bursted out some eardrums or something. I thought it'd be better to just toggle that off for now, right? So, yeah, this feels like these tight ends feel awesome. Like Taylor, Henry, Zach Ertz. Got a skinny stack, Penix with Darnell Mooney with a bring back on Devontae Adams. Yeah, I mean, I could play it for you if you guys want. But I promise you it's loud. And I promise it's loud. Very loud. And if anybody's got earphones in, it'd be a bad time. Yeah. So I'm basically doing it to save you guys. It's all for you. Just turn down the stream. Yeah, if anybody's listening at a high volume, turn it down, and I will try to. Hopefully, whenever I click the button, it doesn't go nuts like it did earlier either. I can always delete it and rebuild the scene as well. So Oh yeah, I could just do that. All right, here we go. So did that work? Let me know if that worked. Let me know how loud that was. Uh, Let me know if it busts your eardrums out or if you even seen it because I just clicked the sample button on it. And I'm going to definitely mess with the way that these words look because it's definitely not as clean. Okay, good. If it didn't make any noise, good. Then it was making a noise on my end when I would test it, but I clicked all the buttons for it not to, so that's good. Uh Sweet. All right. That is what I wanted to hear. Thanks for letting me try that. All right, so Jarquez Hunter is the one that I wanted on this team specifically. I really like Hunter. This team should definitely be able to, be fine with him. And then we can take a flyer at running or at wide receiver as the last pick. We got. I don't think I'm going to do any stack or anything crazy like that of Pacino. So I'm definitely gonna start making clips and putting some clips in and stuff. I've been learning everything from the base with no knowledge of any of this. So I have a lot going on with it. I believe I'm picking it up reasonably well, but it will take time for me to figure this stuff out. I just figured out how cheap it was to actually pay people to make the graphics and stuff. So I'm probably just going to do that. DK feels good. I like him quite a bit late. I haven't gotten very much of him. I think we just take Ray Ray McLeod, actually. I'm going to take Ray Ray McLeod. This is a. If Drake London gets hurt team, I have a double stack Darnell Mooney, Ray Ray McLeod with Penix and the bring back of Devontae Adams. Like, that's actually, like, I think that makes a lot of sense. So the team is 3-5-7-3 quarterbacks Herbert, Stroud, Penix, running backs Brees Hall, Kenneth Walker, Tony Pollard, Jordan Mason, Jarquez Hunter. Wide receivers Nico Collins, Ladd, Devontae Adams, Roma Dunze, Darnell Mooney, Emeka Egbuka, Ray Ray McLeod. Tight ends Ertz, Henry, Mason Taylor. I like it. If you have fun, we'll have fun. Yeah, yeah, usually. I generally have fun. So, I mean, the other thing you could do is let me look it up real quick. I don't want to get the name wrong. Somebody will remember. I don't want to say the wrong one. Uh was it it was the Hootie Hoo. There was a song where they're like screaming Hootie Hoo at each other. It was a late 90s rap group. It might have been like Wu Tang. I can't remember which one of those groups it was. Uh, but that is something that like actually it was Outkast. That's right. Yes. Yeah. I couldn't remember. I listened to a lot of Outkast. My music knowledge, I don't listen to a whole lot of music. So I get a lot of that stuff confused. I mean, it's been 20 years, right? Uh, but if anybody wants me to review their team when this is done, let me know. We will be doing another puppy. Uh, the vote 11 votes, 18% a limb, 73% puppy, 9% weekly winners. Love you some Ray Ray. Ludacris Saturday also had a nice hoo hoo. Yeah. And so I have a really good idea for new subs. Like that graphic that I had, what I personally want, and I don't know how much it would cost to get done, but I want that like orange and like that orange and black thing to come up with the name. And I would love it if I could get an owl to come in, grab the name, and then pull it up off the screen. I think that'd be fantastic. Like, that would be amazing. All right, so Thad wants a review. If I can click the right buttons, we will get there. He's got a 2.682. Bo Nix, Bryce Young. Running backs, Saquon Barkley, RJ Harvey, Quinshon Judkins, Najee, Trey Benson, Elijah Mitchell. I like all these picks. Elijah Mitchell, it's just pick your poison. Which running back in the Chiefs backfield do you want? It could be Elijah. It could be Brashard Smith. It could be Kareem Hunt. It could be any of them. Betting on one of them is fine. But that's a very, very solid running back room. You got JSN, Xavier Worthy, George Pickens, Mims, Tillman, Bryant, Jalen Coker, Isaac Tesla. You got Kelsey. You got Sanders. You got the bring back, like a bunch of Chiefs. You got a bunch of Denver. You got Carolina with the bring back. I like it. I like this team a lot, actually. Like even though I don't take a lot of Barkley, I respect the pick. And like he's worth the pick. Like just because I'm out on a player doesn't mean I don't respect their like where they go makes sense. Just like JSN, like I think he's fine. Like even in the second round, like I'm not personally doing it, but I personally like it better now that they're playing Carolina. All right, so yeah, we will look over Coolers because Cooler was up to something. He got DJ Moore at 52. So I'm curious what happened. And he got the bring back on Pretty, right? That was this draft, right? No, that was wasn't you who got DJ Moore. It was Slade and got DJ Moore. Okay. Fields, Purdy, Achan, Chase Brown, Charbonnet, Bigsby, Giddens, Puka, Tet, Zay, Olave. Yeah, Zay fell. I like Zay where he's going now. It's great. Jaden Reed, Besh, Hopkins, Alan Lazard. I need to start mixing more Reed in. Hawkinson, Warren, and Gasicki. We will be queuing up for another 30-second puppy in 10 seconds. And then if Sladen wants me to, I will do his team as well. Yep, reviewed his FKC. Yeah, I like Coker a lot. I got some stacking insanity at the 104. We'll go ahead and go through yours. There's one more to start on this. We'll go through Sladen's team, and then the draft is starting soon, and then we'll pop over there. A 3.582. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Matt Stafford. Fantastic. Taylor, Irving. Already went over that. I love that. Travion, Caleb Johnson, Brashard Smith. Like, that is perfect. 3 rookie upside plays with 2 veterans. Wide receiver, Jefferson, Metcalf, DJ Moore, Luther Burden, Kyle Williams, Demario Douglas, Keenan Allen, Tutu, Kyle Pitts, Bretton Strange. I mean, I might have added a tight end over Tutu, but like you got your stack, right? Like it's fine. Like Kyle Pitts and Bretton Strange are honestly perfectly fine as 2 guys or as your 2 tight ends. I'm personally not like I might have wanted another one, but I like the Tutu pick, especially when you have Stafford. So love that team. I liked all the teams that I looked at. I didn't look at Dale's. We can go back after this draft if he yells at me. I can go over it if he would like. All right, so we pulled the 101. Chad Candles the 102. Jason Calhoun, the River Rat, and 3. Crossface at the 4. Dale at the 5. And Thad at the 12. Thad going to be on the other side of the board, stealing all of the value. Look at him. I'm getting like held down in the corner over here. Be nice. Please be nice. Guys, be nice to me. I did this draft for you guys. Don't punish me. Damn it, Sladen. Now I'm gonna have to listen. I mean, yeah, 90s and early 2000s rap was awesome. I mostly did like playlists. Like I don't remember like I'm not good with artist names. I've never been, never will be. Uh, yeah, that really is. My last round, I had Komet Juwan as tight end versus a fifth running back. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And it was what Brashard Smith, right? Who generally goes earlier than that. So you did take a little bit of a value on that pick. No, I generally love the team. It's just like if I were building it, I might have skipped on Tutu in that situation, but it's fine. Like Kyle Pitts was a 6th round pick last year. Like he has the ability to be an elite if he decides to be an elite. I'm not out here saying he's going to be. I'm saying he has the ability. Please don't get too upset with me in this draft. Yeah, and Tutu for the Atlanta. Well, he had Stafford too. That's why I didn't hate the Tutu pick because he also had Matt Stafford. And I believe, yeah. So, like adding Tutu made sense. Like it made sense. It's just I personally might have liked an extra tight end, but I've built teams with tight ends that thin, like, and I'm going to do it again. Like sometimes you just have to do things a little different. Now, yeah, he took Pitts and who was the other one? I can't remember, but we're on to better things. We're the winner. If it wasn't that draft, is coming out of this one. I can feel it. Today's stream, somebody's going to win at least the pod. At minimum, somebody's going to win one of those two pods. I can feel it. Real bullish here. Oh, welcome, Kramer. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you enjoy the content. Can I ask you what the 3-2s are for? I'm a little nosy. ATRs. Yeah, no, I like Tutu. I've actually taken him a few times. Yeah, we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna try to push him. And who else do I want? We're just no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that this time. Um, yeah, we'll just take Rasheed Rice. I'm fine with that. Rasheed Rice's ADP should be right here, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm setting myself up for total failure here because I'm definitely going to push Joe Burrow back past to try to get him at 6'7". So if you want to snipe me, go ahead. It's fine. I'm willing to make that gamble every time. Tutu is a health bet against Puka. And Puka absolutely just like rolls around like a bowling ball. And he's always like limping off. Like people talk about Jalen Waddle limping off the field all the time. Puka does the same thing. Kramer 111 was taken because 3 6s would look a certain way. I love that. That's great. Debated on 3Ks, but against that, yeah, that's probably pretty bad. So my sister sent me something that was pretty hilarious. Speaking of that comment right there. I mean that not trying to like create diversity or anything here, but like the video was I think it was the Impractical Jokers guys, and he like just ran up and they started singing a song trying to get the person to like follow along, and it was the ooh ee ooh ah ting tang, and he stopped, and it was a black guy, and the guy just looked at him and goes, "Are you calling me a monkey?" It's like, what? What? How do you not know that song? Uh, I just thought that was pretty hilarious. Like when a joke goes completely over somebody, like it was just kind of funny. So we gotta actually, yeah, I don't. With my sound off, I could play the music, see if the music's working as well if you want. Uh, what do you guys think? You think I should? You think I shouldn't? If this was always funny, it would be the gang gets canceled. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like, I think it's always funny whenever somebody misconstrues something. I, because I generally like just laugh about everything. Things are just generally funny to me. We got Bijan, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison. I like that. The best part would be Kramer starting with 6 straight white. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, that joke. That's not great. But like, yeah, I was just curious about the twos. Just a random number. You just decided to go three of a number. It's all good. I mean, I didn't really have like I never asked Dale what his 1856-8 means, but when it's three numbers in a row that are the same number, like for me, it feels like sticky keys. Like you click the button and it just held. Yeah, I will love to take a Marion Hampton over here. How dare you? Yeah, we'll go. Oh man, did you all see what I done? I was too busy just looking around. I got 3 by week 10 guys. Should we add George Pickens? I got 3 by week 10 guys, and my top 2 guys here are. Yeah, I messed that up. So I will have to go 7 receivers for sure. No, no, it's all good. 101010. Yep. Yeah, I zoned out. I did not realize that. That I might I'm definitely I have to go 7 receivers, right? And I probably have to be done at receiver reasonably early, maybe to make up for that mistake. Or if I eat 1-0 at a wide receiver position on 1 week, if I'm advancing out of the pod, like if I'm the number 1 team, the 1-0 may be sustainable. My 37 at the end of mine, because my very first poker tournament, you won with 3-7 offsuit. Nice. That's awesome. I my favorite poker hand was one that not a lot of people played as well. I always like Jack 9 because you knew when somebody like when the board comes up all over you, you know exactly where you stand. You either have 2 pair, a straight, or you fold, right? Funny enough, I had a suspicion you played I mean, I'm gonna guess that like 90% of the best ball community plays poker because it's a skill-based gambling game, right? So the skill-based gambling games, I'm gonna guess that like at least we pretend that this is a skill-based game, and poker is a skill-based game. Yes, there's variance and luck involved, but I assume those games of chance all have similar uh like a similar pool of people, right? Game theory junkie. Yeah, game theory. That's kind of where I'm at. Like video games as well. And welcome, Tyler. I think it was just reading the way you talk through things. Yeah. I'm part of the 10%, but agree. I stopped long ago, but my trajectory was poker to DFS, best ball. The problem for me is I had to drive 2.5 hours to go play in tournaments at St. Louis. So, I mean, I would make money playing, but I would barely make enough to pay for the gas. Like, I wouldn't make enough to make it worth it, but it was still fun and basically free entertainment. If you're in on Bloodsport, you must be in on Roadhouse. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, Bloodsport is the superior movie. I will say that. Like, call me crazy. You like 7-card poker? I never got into a whole lot of 7-card poker. I mostly just played Hold'em. My game that it's an awful game to play at the casino, but I've always liked Mississippi Stud because Mississippi Stud is like it's relaxing. You just kind of sit there and wait and chill. It's still wild to me. Online poker is illegal, but online slots are right. Yeah, they are. I can't hear Roadhouse without hearing Peter Griffin say it. Yeah. I don't mess with poker. I only gamble. So I used to do online poker a little bit before, like when Full Tilt was a thing, back before everyone paid for the programs to be better at the game. I was into it. So by week 10, Matthew Golden should, right? Like, since I boxed myself out, I think I take Golden here, and then I take one of these wide receivers. Joe Burrow did go. I could take. I think I'm just gonna do something different at. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go Matthew Golden, David Montgomery. Set myself up for another quarterback. Somebody took Burrow here, probably. Yep, just unstacked. It's fine. Perfectly fine. I'm cool with it. Hold'em got so big early 2000s. Yeah, it really did. I won. I was good at tournament poker in like smaller fields, like like 70 to 100 people. I won multiple tournaments. Actually won back to back with 130 people, and in one of the casinos that was like a couple hours away, which was nuts. Like that, like I didn't win. We split first, second. We didn't play the heads up because I generally always split if people wanted to split, assuming the chip stacks were the same, right? So right now we have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Rashee Rice, week 10 tsunami of bye weeks. You got Joe Mixon, Jameson Williams, Matthew Golden, David Montgomery. Like, I can add 2 more receivers late that aren't by week 10. And with JMO and Golden, I still have a good out to reasonable points that week. And that also means that every other week, my wide receivers should be pretty dominant, right? Now, I got to fix quarterback a little bit at some point. But I'm thinking I will do that at 120, 121. I have a plan. You gotta love it when the four people in front of you ruin that plan, because that's what's gonna happen. I can see it right now. It's going to be one of these 4 people gonna ruin my plan. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming out and smashing the like. We got up to 28. Whenever I mentioned it, it was 21. Everybody popped in. So appreciate the help. Let's look at what Chad Candles here is doing. And if you are not Chad Candles, by the way, if he wants to after this, leave me a comment. you could then click on his name, and he's got a YouTube channel. He streams early in the morning some. Uh, he, like I get whenever I get up, if I'm up by then and not working, I usually pop him on while I do things around the house. It's a good listen. And then, but let's look at what he's doing. He's got Jefferson, Bucky Irving, Garrett Wilson, Amari Hampton, George Kittle, Ricky Pearsall, Tony Pollard. Oh, and for those of you who weren't here when this started, it is Chad Candles. Let me. I mean, I'll just go get it real quick and drop it here for you guys. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good morning listen. He usually gets on before like Overzet gets on. If Overzet has something going. So, and then he usually, he doesn't want to mess with that. All right. So, I think I want to do. No, I definitely want Scatabo. And I think I want Janu. Yes, that's what we want. We want Scatabo and we want Janu. Hey, no problem, sir. I wake up and Chad Candles is on. Great for the morning commute. Yeah, I don't know if he gets on at a certain time, but like 8 a.m. Central to 9 a.m. Central at some point through there he's usually on. So but what I was going to say is for those of you who weren't here early, I said I'm going to be on Fanspeak Network on Wednesday night. I will be doing the Best Ball Jeopardy against Sean Mitchell. Should be a good time. Should be fun. I have something planned that is just going to be something for fun. I think everybody will enjoy it. At least the Who crew. The Who crew will definitely stand up for it. I hope. I might just look like an idiot, but that's okay too. Yeah, it'll be a fun show. Like Sean Mitchell is I've listened to him he's got very strong takes. He like off the schneid, Cody, they have very strong takes, but they usually have very good reasons to have those takes. Not that that means I'm going to agree with their take. Like I understand the logic line you use to get somewhere. I can respect the decision. Right? Like as long as because I will make some unruly fades and stuff, like my Saquon thing. Like I just think like the pass game stuff with Jalen Hurts, not throwing to running backs as much. Like at 4, I'm fine taking him. At 5, I'm fine taking him. But I definitely want Chase, Jefferson, and Bijan over Saquon. Like I just do. I'm smoking late night with candles. Don't choke like BBG. What does that mean? I guess I don't get that reference. Are you talking about my team? I mean, there's always room for disaster, right? Yeah, okay. Never mind. Yeah. How he spent the 1,500 points on the daily double for no reason when the other guy had like, oh yeah. No, BBG crushed. Like, so BBG crushed it. And then he made a bad decision, and I think, like, I'm not positive, but it kind of feels like he's like, oh, well, the game's close now. And then he got in his head after he was dominating. And that's just like watching it. It's what it felt like. And you could see he was getting a little more worried about it because he had the big lead. But the questions weren't easy, right? Like, I was getting some of them. I was missing some of them. Like, I'm not gonna get all of them. I promise you that. That will not happen. Everyone can fold under the bright lights and on the big stage. And it's easier, like, once you do something that you understand was risky for no reason. Like, I'm wondering if he thought that there was really no reason for him to take the risk that he took. Uh, sure. Bo Nix. Sure. And Jordan Love. All right. Got my quarterbacks. All right. We got a 20 pick discount on Bo Nix. So we got a 2-3-5-1. We got Bo Nix, Jordan Love. We got running backs, Jordan Mason, David Montgomery, Cam Scatabo. Wide receivers, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Rashee Rice, Jamison Williams, Matthew Golden. Tight end, Jonnu Smith. Like, I've got Bo Nix has a little bit of rushing upside. Bring back versus Rashee Rice. We got the Matthew Golden with Jordan Love. Not going to probably get a bring back on that unless Dallas Goedert comes back around. If Goddard's there, I'll definitely take him. I have Loveland ranked 118. Right here. I haven't really moved him. I haven't had time to go back through my rankings this week. I did those rankings before the schedule came out. So I will probably tomorrow or Wednesday go through my rankings and make a better set, a more current set. Like, there's some people like Marshawn Lloyd, I'm going to move up a little bit. Loveland, I think 125, like move him down 10 spots or so. All the tight ends are just continually dropping, like over and over again, right? So BBG was on his PPR Tyler math. BBG's, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying I'll be any better, right? Like, I can absolutely fold. It can happen. I actually, like, Sean and I both think the other person's going to win right now. Like, we were talking, and we're both like, oh, I think you got it. And he's like, no, I think you got it. So if that doesn't scream confidence, if you want, it should be entertaining for sure. And I've thought about, like, and this isn't the gimmick I'm gonna do during it, but I've also thought about doing this on top of the gimmick. And thought about, like, just answering everything like Randy Marsh going into a situation like he cannot fail, like just answering pure, like, I'm right, like just with a big old smile and a big goofy smile, you know? Think that'd be pretty funny. Like, just especially when you say something that you know probably isn't right. Like, the more unsure I am about something, the more I act like I'm right. Like, I think that could be fun. I'm gonna have fun with it. Like, it's not gonna be like I'm gonna try to win, but it's not going to be about winning. Yeah, just do it that way. Like, just be like, the answer is Dallas Goedert. It just lock on and then just stare directly at everybody until they tell you no. Yeah. Bruni, you're going to need to check your work. You're going to need to check your work, sir. Everybody. Right? Well, Tajay Spears does have by week 10. And Trey Benson. So I'm going to take a peek at tight end. There's nobody. I definitely need some more. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to go Tajay Spears and we're going to go Trey Benson. This is fine. I'm definitely going to go 6 running backs. Mixon, Montgomery, Scattaboo, I feel good about, but like definitely going to go 6 running backs, I think, with this team. Like, Rachaad White's just a great pick. I personally love Rachaad White. Where do you have, Kramer, where do you have Colson Loveland? I'm assuming you were debating on him at 114. But like I wasn't in a situation that I needed to take a tight end there. I probably would have clicked him. But Bo Nix was falling like crazy. Jordan Love was a stack with his number 1 receiver, in my opinion. And like getting 2 there felt pretty good. I might still add another quarterback. There is a quarterback I will take if he makes it all the way back around. Not that I feel like I need to. I think Bo Nix and Jordan Love is perfectly fine. And I think that's where I'm going to get my extra running back is by not taking another quarterback. You have him right around ADP. I was debating taking him over Tutu and was surprised to get him back. Yeah. Or Tootin. Yeah. No, he's perfectly fine. Like, the shoulder stuff, like, I'm not that worried about it. He's not a pick for the beginning of the season. He's a pick that they're smashing late in the season. And I'm sure we've all heard it now, but what's his name? The guy who does all the projections, Mike Clay, has the Niners ranked as probably the worst defense in the league. I think it was Mike Clay. But the projections are that the Niners are going to have the worst defense in the league. The Bears play the Niners, so adding a random Bears piece to any team makes sense. Like, just an unstacked Bear randomly, like a Roshan Johnson with the next pick would be fine. Or I guess not. I guess not, Cross. I guess Roshan Johnson isn't fine with my next pick. Loveland. I also have a Niner stack already. Yeah, I've been like just kind of going and talking. I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention, honestly. Yeah. Puka, London, Chase Brown, Hunter, Chuba, Jennings, Laporta. Oh yeah, you have the Purdy as well. Yeah, that feels really good. And I think all the Niners are good picks. Like, if that defense is going to be that bad, we know that they know how to call plays, right? Well, the quarterback I said I'd be interested in did come back. Do I need another Adam Thielen team? I do need another tight end. I'm going to take Cam Ward, and I think if I take Thielen, I can be done. I think this is a strong enough wide receiver core. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Rashee Rice, Jameson Williams, Golden, and Thielen. I think that's strong enough to stop at 6 if I have to. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. My running backs are fine at 5 if I have to. I would like another one of each. I might just end up 3-5-7-3 again. But I think I'll end up 3-5-7-3. I think I do have to take another wide receiver for sure because of the week 10 apocalypse that I forced on myself. Had the Philly correlation. Didn't like the pick. My bad. Did you see Fred Warner is now the highest paid linebacker in the league? The one thing that I seen is that the players the Niners had in free agency, the contract, if you add up every contract that the Niners defense lost that signed in free agency, all those contracts are more than the entire salary cap for a team. So on just the defensive side of the ball, they lost an entire team's worth of salary, essentially. That is really bad. Or I mean that means that they probably should have, like, their window was then. Like, that's how I view it. I also think Garendo is going too low. He at minimum getting snaps even with a healthy CMC. I think they're going to try to not run CMC to the ground. I mean, that's very fair. I have quite a bit of Garendo. In the pre-draft stuff, I was at like 15.8%, but I also full faded CMC until I heard good news on him. I don't regret it either. Like, might it kill me? Maybe. But I was fine with it. Like, the process was that he has to be running back 1, 2, or 3 on the season for it to absolutely destroy me, right? And even if so, if the guys going around him, which was Genty, Jonathan Taylor, Achan, if one of those guys is also around him, like, it just comes down to, did CMC score 40 points or 35 points in week 16 or 17 and eliminate me, right? Like, that's all it comes down to. If he has a Jonathan Taylor playoffs, right? If that happens, then it ends up being the wrong play, for sure. But I thought the risk wasn't worth it at the price. But I'm actually overweight CMC now. Like, and that was the whole thing. If I got positive news on him, I will just go overweight in post-draft contest. So if he was going to kill my other teams, I'm going to have enough of him in these current contests to kind of make up for it. Probably stick around 10 to 12%. Like, not go overweight with him, but I'll be overweight to the field, right? And that's just how I decided I was going to play it. Like, it was what I personally was comfortable with. So maybe I'm a fish. Maybe that's what this is. So I still only have one tight end. I'm going to just pull Chig up unless Chad Candles or Jason Calhoun does it. I'm fine with that. I'll tack on another one at the end. I do need another wide receiver. So Jalen Tolbert off the table. Could just go Savion. I need somebody who's going to be scoring points week 12. So Darius Slayton actually fits this team pretty well. Or could go Brandon Cooks. I know it's an ugly pick. I'm going to go Brandon Cooks, though. Brandon Cooks is week 17 correlation. I like Savion the most of those guys, Thad. I do agree. And I actually have like 11% Savion, I think. But I went with the bring back option on Brandon Cooks for the Tajay Spears, Cam Ward, Chig. So I don't think I could have just went with Juwan Johnson instead, but Brandon Cook, like, there's not a whole lot of talent on that offense. Yes, he's old, but you got Kamara, and your wide receivers are Rashid Shaheed, who I really like, Chris Olave, who has injury problems or those concussion issues, like. And who do they have after that? So we will look through their roster real quick. I'm pretty sure he is their wide receiver 3 for sure. And they don't have a lot after that. And they're rebuilding, so they're not going to be looking to add a whole lot or anything in my eyes. Mason Tipton, Bub Means, Dante Pettis, Cedric Wilson. Like, Brandon Cooks is clickable, guys. Like, you don't have to feel good about it. Cedric Wilson, like, I mean, maybe he's clickable too, but they're going to be bad. They're going to have maybe Tyler Shuck isn't awful. The number 2 or 3 wide receiver, like he's most certainly not what not clickable. Yeah, I mean, we can argue, we can disagree with that. I'm only clicking him on bring back situations. But yeah, Mason Tipton really not good. Memes not really that good. Yeah, I've done the last 4 round Saints things a couple times. I generally, if I'm doing that, the goal is to go uh Shuck. It's usually the first player I take is the running back, Devin Neal. I'll take Devin Neal and then Juwan Johnson and then Shuck if he's still available. Fun draft. Had to be audio only, mostly, but like your team. And we'll go over it. We're about to finish. And I mean, if I can get Juwan Johnson here, I'm super excited about it. If not, I'll take Elijah Arroyo. Or, I mean, Theo Johnson's fine. Or Terrence Ferguson. Which one do I want? Giants play. Why can't I remember who the Giants play? I'll take Theo Johnson. It's team correlation with Scatabo. So we got a 3-5-7-2 or 3. Bo Nix, Jordan Love, Cam Ward. That's right, the Raiders. Yeah. Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, Cam Scatabo, Tajay Spears, Trey Benson. Wide receivers, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Rashee Rice, Week 10. Fantastic. Good work by me. Jameson Williams, Matthew Golden, Adam Thielen, Brandon Cooks, Jonnu Smith, Chig, and Theo Johnson. Raiders of the Lost Dart. That's right. Yeah. So, like I said, I work 12s on the weekends, and the hours get smaller. Like, I have a 10-hour turnaround in there, and then an hour drive both ways. So, I get lost on the weekend sometimes, and it was a rough weekend. But we're back. We're back for a couple days. I'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Hope to see you guys there. I had fun. Hope you all had fun. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for smashing the like. I will try to fix the Twitter thing for chat. Sorry for anybody who is over there. But thanks for coming out. Take care, everybody. Peace out.